Hello YouTube, Dave here, bringing you a new series, or what could become a new series anyway, on the second channel. Dave Does More Hiking. Now, I'll put a link to the main channel in the description below, as always. If you like hiking, wild camping and budget gear reviews, do go and subscribe to that channel and watch a few of the videos, see if you like them. But today we're starting what could become a new series. What I'm going to do is a bit of a chat about what happened behind the scenes when filming the video on my main channel just after it comes out. So if you're interested, I'll put the video in the description below, and I'm sure I'll link it up here somewhere. But yeah, if you're interested in maybe seeing a little bit of extra bonus footage here and there, probably not all the time, or hearing about what happened in that particular video, on that hike, on that camp, whichever it may be, then yeah, just a little bit of extra Dave for you. Who doesn't want a bit of extra Dave, eh? Well, probably most of you, to be fair, but if you want it, it's here. Now, I will say that I may not do this for every video, just because every video might not have a story behind it, but I'll certainly do it for as many as I can, especially if there's something that happened on the hike that either I maybe didn't catch on camera, or maybe I did and it just didn't make the final edit. There's plenty of video clips from every hike that I do that never make it into the final video. Everything gets cut down massively. So yeah, sometimes you'll see bonus footage, sometimes you won't. Maybe there won't always be a video, but I'll always try and make a video, even if it's just a really short one, just chatting about the hike itself and the video itself. So today we're talking about my sub-zero New Year's wild camp, and my God, was it cold. -3 it got down to, and that's not including wind chill, which when I set the tent up in the evening, there wasn't any wind at all. It was so still. I've almost never seen Dartmoor like that, especially up on top of the Tor. Not a breath of wind at all. But it did pick up in the night, round about 2 o'clock in the morning. It suddenly got rather windy indeed, and it continued to be windy all the way to the morning. And the first little bit of behind the scenes for this video is that when I kind of set up my tent, afterwards I then had clips of me walking around with the backpack still on my back. And I think a lot of people probably think that that was filmed out of sequence or edited in out of sequence, but it wasn't, because if you look carefully at the start, the tent is kind of stuffed under the brain of the backpack, and so I'd actually taken the tent out, set it up, and then hiked around on the Tor a little bit to get those other shots. And the reason for that is because the bag looked a lot cleaner, a lot more kind of like it actually does, without the tent kind of stuffed in under the brain. And also I wanted to get the tent set up nicely before nightfall. You'll see in the shots as I'm walking around the backpack, the sun is just dipping, or the last of the sun's light I should say. The sun's kind of already set, but the last of the sun's light is just dipping below and behind Westmill Tor. So I wanted to get the tent set up before then, A, so I could see what I was doing, and B, so I could stake a spot, because there was a lot of people around at the time, most of them just watching the sunset, most of them left. But yeah, I just wanted to get a nice spot while I could, and then I thought I'd do my shots with the Osprey Rook and my first thoughts on it afterwards. The next little bit of trivia was meeting one of my subscribers up there. I did put in the video that there's one of my subscribers camping on Row Tor for New Year's. Oh, apologies. At the same time as me. But yeah, completely unplanned. Never met him before. But Quinn, if you're watching this one as well, lovely to have met you. He was camping up there with his kids, seeing in the new year. And what a beautiful firework display and sunrise we got. A lovely sunset as well, although they got there a little bit later than me, so I think they missed the sunset from camp at least. Something else that happened on this trip, by the way, which I did get footage of but didn't make the final edit, was something happened with my power pack. I always bring a power pack with me, even on a hike. I've got one in my bag today, but especially on a camp, because I film on my phone, do a few clips on my phone, I film on my GoPro a lot, I film on my camcorder, and so I need to keep all of these charged so I can make a video for you guys. So I always take a power pack with me, but something went wrong with it on this particular camp. Maybe it was something to do with the cold, because it was so cold. But I'll play the clip now and you can see what you think. Look at how quickly this is going down, charging the GoPro. The GoPro battery does not like the cold. One little bit, look, it's disappearing. Insane. Absolutely insane. So there might not be any more GoPro shots for the rest of this video. just because this really doesn't like the cold. See what I mean? It was almost counting down like a timer or something, rather than charging this GoPro, which worked before perfectly fine, charged perfectly normally, and has charged perfectly normally since, using that exact power pack. So I've no idea what happened. I can only assume it was something to do with how cold it was that night. There were other campers up there on the moor as well that night, so maybe one of you is watching this. If you are, drop a comment down below. But yeah, we could see lights up on Westmill Tor, and we could see lights up on the Bellstone Ridge as well, or possibly Cosden Beacon. It's hard to tell in the dark, but it was so clear that night. It was so clear. The moon was out. We were walking around without any torches on, no head torches, no flashlight or anything like that. It was just so clear. The moon was so bright. You could walk around without worrying about tripping over anything or anything like that, even in the middle of the night. One thing I was very happy with was seeing fireworks. I chose Row Tor in particular to camp on, specifically because I was hoping to see fireworks coming up out of Oakhampton perhaps, or in the surrounding area. And we saw fireworks initially, kind of just a few on the horizon, just a few little blips too far away in the dark for me to catch on camera, and then to see that display of fireworks fairly close by was really amazing. So I was really happy we caught that. Maybe not as close or as high as I was hoping for, but it was still beautiful. But yeah, that'll just about do it for this video. My coldest wild camp that I've done so far. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you again soon for another adventure. Cheers.